Good afternoon, citizens of the earth. Welcome back to the macro. It is December 28th, right? I think it's December 28th, 2023. And it's raining out here, but I figured I'd come on here and try and make a little video about something I've been thinking about. I've been thinking about it all year, actually. And it's definitely something that I'm starting to think about a lot more as I'm getting older and older. Why your time is so important. Why time is so important, so precious. And I think something that I've heard, and I'm sure many of you heard, maybe when you got your first job, or maybe before that, maybe just from family and friends and stuff. But we hear the phrase, time is money. Man, that couldn't be further from the truth. Time is money? That's not true. Now, I get why people say that. I understand it, because for most of us, many of us do trade our time for money, right? Whether you're an hourly wage employee or whether you're on salary, it doesn't matter. You're still using time, which is one of your most valuable resources, by the way, to make money. So I get how that makes sense. But really think about that phrase. Think about that saying. It's hogwash. You want to know why? Because what it does is that it tries to suggest or allude to the fact that time is equal to money and that money is equal to time. It ain't true. Because see, once you've spent your time, that time is gone. There's always ways to make more money. In fact, you can put your money in certain investment opportunities, investment vehicles that it'll work for you over time and build. Time doesn't operate in that fashion. And is it just me, or does it just seem like there's just some days where you're doing certain things and that time just, bam, it just goes by so fast? Or there's other days where you're doing certain things and time is just dragging on. It's such an interesting phenomenon, time. And the older and older I get, and as my life circumstances change, right, I begin to realize that more and more. I remember being, not that I'm that old or anything like that, but I remember being in my younger 20s. And so this is going to be a quick shout out to all you younger folks, especially those in your 20s. To you young girls and gals, young guys and gals that are single, who say that you don't have time to do things. You got a lot of time. And I know that there's going to be the exception to the rule where people are in really tough situations. I understand that. But I think for the majority, y'all have a lot more time than you realize. Because see, here's the problem. You have a lot of time. It's just that you've chosen to spend your time on different things. Because I was there. I remember. And I've been through different seasons in my life. So I've been through a season where it was just me, right? Single. And then I went through another season where it was just me and my wife. We were married, right? Another season in which it was me, my wife, and a newborn, being a new dad. And then me, my wife, my firstborn, and then another child. And each time, it was interesting because my time to be allocated towards certain things started to get smaller. Because the reality is, as a parent and as a husband, if you want to, be the best husband you can for your wife, well, you got to spend time with them. You got to do things with them to continue on with that healthy and fruitful relationship. And the same thing with your kids. Parents who really care about their kids, they're going to spend time with them. And it's such a wonderful blessing, a wonderful gift. But see, I've been through those seasons, and like I said, each of those seasons, my time started to shrink towards certain things, putting it towards certain things. But I didn't know that years ago. So to you young folks, or maybe some of you older folks that are single, You got a lot of time. But you got to decide what you're going to spend your time on. What are you going to spend your time on? Because remember, once that time is spent, you can't get it back. So my advice would be, put down the Netflix for the day. Especially if you're just watching mind-numbing TV shows and movies on there. Or if you're going to watch Netflix, maybe watch a documentary about something. Maybe something that you can learn. Something that'll create wisdom in your life, and you can apply that knowledge and wisdom to your life. Maybe do something like that. There's lots of wonderful resources on YouTube, all these social media platforms that have popped up over the years. Utilize those to your benefit. Learn something. Say no to going out with the friends to that casino where you're just gonna throw your money away. You might as well just sit outside and light a flame to it. Because that's what going to the casino does. Trust me, I've been there. Wasted so much time on that. Say no to the Friday nights and the Saturday nights going out to the bar. Put your money elsewhere. Spend your time elsewhere. Spent a lot of time playing video games. I spent so many hours, guys, playing video games. I couldn't even tell you how many hours I've spent. Hours and hours a day. Waking up at 5 a.m., playing all the way till 1 p.m. What a waste. What a waste. Because if you see, if I was able to foresee the decisions I would have made later on, let's say when I was 30, right? Realizing that while I was still in my early 20s, I would have made much more different decisions. Because the time that I would have spent on certain things would have helped me to prepare better for today, you see. Spent a lot of time playing video games. Spent a lot of time watching reruns of TV shows. Watching my favorite episodes because I thought it was funny. Man, what a waste of time. And I'm sure there's many other examples, and maybe some of you can relate to where I'm coming from. But depending on what situation you're in, especially for you young folks who are single with no kids and you're not married, you got a lot of time on your hands. You got a lot of time on your hands. So use your time wisely. Don't waste it on foolishness. Don't waste it on things that are frivolous, that are of no benefit to you. And look, I'm not saying that it's not good to have a little downtime. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to understand that we're living in an age of a plethora of entertainment all around you, all the time. And there's people that just want to get your attention, that want to take away your time. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. All right, anywho, I'm going to try and grab some lunch here in a little bit, but I thought I'd come out here in the rain in the car. It's nice and toasty in here anyway, and bring this video to you guys because I've been thinking about this all year. The older and older I get, the more I realize how your time, my time, is so important. All right, I'll catch you guys in the next one. We'll talk again soon.